Lesson 8. Grateful Animals, Ungrateful Men. Let's get going. We think human beings are helpful and grateful while we considered wild animals as evil and dangerous. Are we right in thinking so? Read to understand. Read the story to find out what happened when a good man was passing through the forest. Once, a good man was passing through the forest. He looked for water and found a disused well. When he looked in, he heard voices calling out him, a lion, snake, a goldsmith, and a barber had fallen into it and couldn't get out. The lion said, "Please help me get out of this well, and I'll not forget your good deed." The man said, "Just the thought of a lion makes me shudder. If I take you out, you'll eat me up. You must be hungry." The lion said, "Oh, no, I promise not to do you any harm. Please help me." With the help of some strong vines that were growing nearby, the good man pulled the lion out. The lion said, "Remember to visit me. I live in the forest. I'd like to give you something. Before I go, let me give you a piece of advice. Do not help these two men. They are evil." Then the snake begged the man to take him out, when the good man said he was terrified of snakes. The snake too promised to do him no harm. He helped the snake out of the well. Before he went his way, he asked the man to think of him if he ever needed his help. The snake too warned him against helping the barber and the goldsmith. But when the barber and the goldsmith begged him to help them also, the good man relented, thinking, "They are human beings like me," and he lit some vines and pulled them out. They both thanked him over and over and asked him to visit them in the nearby city. They too promised to reward him for his good deed. After his travels, the good man happened to visit the jungle again and found the lion. The lion was delighted to see him, took him around, and gave him a diamond ring as a present at parting. Then the good man visited the city and looked for the goldsmith and the barber. They were all courtesy to him, but when he showed them a diamond ring on his finger, they secretly reported him to the king. The king had a daughter who had been killed by a lion while on a journey in the forest. He had sent a town carrier all over the kingdom to announce that anyone who had any clue to her death, anyone who found any of her ornaments, would get a reward. Now the diamond ring did belong to the king's daughter. The barber was now a kotwal in a king's service, and Balif promptly arrested the good man, threw him in jail, and tortured him. The man told them over and over again that he was innocent and that ring was really a gift from a lion. Who would believe him? The king thought he had killed his daughter and stolen the ring, so he sentenced the good man to death by beheading. In jail, feeling desperate, it occurred him to think of the snake, who at once appeared before him and asked, "What can I do for you?" The good man told him everything that had happened. The snake said, "I told you not to rescue those scoundrels, but I'll help you to get out of here, as you helped me at once to get out of a tight spot. I'll go and bite the queen. You send word to the king that you can draw out the poison and save her life. I'll do the rest." That every night the queen lay senseless, bitten by a venomous snake. The king sent messengers everywhere for doctors and magicians. The queen was in agony. and everyone thought her last hour had come. The next day, when the good man was about to be beheaded, as a last request offered his service to cure the queen and save her life, he was immediately for, and soon he was in her chamber. His friend the snake appeared. Goodman made a sign to him. Immediately the snake put his mouth to the egg and drew back his own poison. The queen was well again. The king was pleased and grateful, but he was still angry with the man because he thought he killed his daughter. The good man told his story again and again. He even called the barber and the goldsmith as his witness to tell the king how he had pulled them, as well as the snake, out of the well. But the goldsmith and the barber said they had never seen the man before. In despair he wished the lion would come and confirm his story. As soon as he wished it, the lion arrived in the city with a great pride of lions, and the city was filled with their majestic roaring. The king and the citizens were amazed and terror-stricken. The king was now convinced that the good man was telling the truth, and the lions disappeared. All thought the barber and the goldsmith denied everything. The king ordered them to be beheaded in the good man's place.